Hi everyone, I'm Vixey and welcome back to my art channel. Today we are going to get stuck into exactly where we left off. We're making quite a lot of progress on this. I'm quite happy with the fact that we're doing that. And we are getting stuck into working with the metallics and the iridescence now that we have got the matte base paint down. This is where I'm going to go in and just start adding more layers of texture and blending out these harsh lines. So I'm feeling like we're gonna go in with the purples in here, some pinks and purples. So I'm just taking some of my purple metallic paint right here. Oop, I'm getting this all over the carpet. Don't tell Dad. So I'm just getting some of this purple right here. This purple. And yes, I am going to be working with a fair bit more water, so I do have to be careful not to spill it everywhere, because I do want to get a little more translucency over the base colors so that we can actually see through that base color a bit more, so we get a little bit more of that peeking through. I'm not mixing entirely, so we're still getting some streaks of other colors come through. I don't want to, like, it's hard to explain that the one thing that I really want to avoid is getting muddy. We do not want to get muddy, but we do want to get some texture and some streaks, and we do want to get more of this liquidy blending. We want to get blending, not muddy. A lot of the work that we're going to be doing from here is going to be sideways. So it's all going a little sideways. Which I might have to tilt the camera a little bit, because we're not quite working with the verticals so much. And I can feel a little bit tall, getting the top of my head chopped off a little bit. I'll lean in a bit more, and that way I won't be quite so decapitated. I'm going to go in with the purple. Just really blend out the purple here. I'm going to have the purple be quite strong from this side, but then have the pink really strong from the other side. And we are working with gravity. That's why we're doing it this way. Okay, I'm just gonna bring some of it up from the bottom here though, because again, there's like a fair bit of the pink showing through there, which I really want to make this part here quite purple. And now I'm going to go a bit less with the water, a bit more with the actual paint, but I am going to sideways the brush. Alright, to be the thin way vertically and really put in some streaks, some actual streaks. Again, I just really want to build in that texture. And this is going to be real nice when it dries because of the metallic. Metallic is like, has its own, completely its own pigments that are meant to be reflective. So that is the purple. Quite happy with how the purple there is turning out. It still seems a bit harshly blended with the pink in here. So I'm going to take a fair bit of water again and really kind of mix that in with some of the pink that's dried on this palette here. Just really try to pick up some of the pink pigment as well. But more importantly, really get it watered down. And then bring it in from the top over here in very, very thin streaks. So it really gets blended in. And then I'm going to go with the pink and blend it in from the other side. But I'm getting some really nice texturing starting in here, which is what we want. Exactly what we want. Now I do have a magenta metallic. So we're going to go in with magenta metallic, which I am going to mix a little bit with some actual matte pink. I feel like we're making a fair bit of progress on this. And it's always a good feeling to feel like you're making progress on something. So, what kind of brush do I want? I think I want something quite broad. This one's still a bit dirty, so we'll just wash this one out. As you can see, it was quite dirty. It's actually turned the water quite blue because it was previously blue. It had a fair bit of white though, so it was also, so it had the blue and white. Acrylics wash out in water, which is fantastic. That does mean that the end painting itself is somewhat more delicate than the oil painting though. You can get like a sealant to seal the painting if you want to try to preserve it a bit better, but I have not done that with any of my paintings. I have just gone, okay, well, it's going to be susceptible to air and water a bit more than an oil painting is, and I'm just going to accept that. It will last maybe 100 years instead of like 200 years, whatever. So that's some poor future historian's problem if my paintings become famous in some way. So that's not gonna be my problem. I do apologize if this is actually in an archive to any historian out there that has to like preserve my paintings that are now like delicate to water and air. So sorry about that. Thank you for preserving artworks for future generations to appreciate. You're doing a good job. Good job. Okay. So more pink. I actually want to make this dark pink here a lot lighter. Yeah, we're gonna bring in a fair bit of lightness, which having this base though is actually really good. Having like a strong bright base, because as I keep mentioning, it does actually show through as you put on the other layers. So although I'm going to be making this a fair bit lighter, it's still good to have a strong base to work with on top of it. So no regrets there. I'm gonna make sure to use some clean water because the blue base is starting to make it kind of purple, which I don't want. I want it to be pink, properly pink. It's still going a little purple. Let's go. Actually, yeah, let's just really slap on pink. Nope, that's still going a little white. Let's go like a peachy pink. More of a pink. That's more of a skin color than a pink. Really want to get pink. Okay. So, I did not show you any of that. Which was really an experiment, okay? I put a little bit more of this, I put a little bit more of this, and I just kind of kept mixing stuff in the palette with more water and more colors, and just experimented until I was like, yep, that's the kind of color I want. And that's basically the thing. You just experiment as you go. And yeah, now I'm starting to get more of the lightness that I wanted. Yeah. I, as always, forget to... it's just there. Although, last episode did teach me that I do actually need to pay a little bit of attention to that, because I am going to very much struggle with getting that previous episode up now that it is like way too big. So I'm gonna apologize retrospectively that might end up taking an extra day or so to get up because of that. Okay. Okay, that's better. Now it's starting to blend out. Yes, 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 yes. Now it's starting to blend out as well as show through some texture, which again is what we want. So J, I believe, is the letter that we're up to. I am kind of structuring it with the alphabet because I do kind of find it inspiring and kind of helps me to come up with a topic to talk about. So J is for... What is J for? I didn't really think that through. J. J is for justice. J is for just being yourself. J. Okay, this is really good. J. Yes, 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 yes. See how this is starting to blend a bit more, which is nice. Yes. We're starting to get some variations of the colors in there, which is good. And like I said, this is still very early on. We are going to just keep building in those layers and keep getting in those textures. And you can still see a fair bit of the color showing through there of the previous layer. Yeah. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're getting a little more of the subtle blending happening, which is very nice. I'm going to put this painting aside to dry because on this particular layer, I don't think there's much else I want to do there. I'm actually going to pull up my cat again because we have not done much on him. Okay, we are going to work with blues. We're going to work with a lot of blues. The reference picture has him sitting on a blue blanket. And so I'm going to make the blue. We are getting to 20 minutes, so thank you for dropping by. We didn't really talk much about the topic today, but we really got stuck into the painting. And so thank you for dropping by, and I hope to see you in the next video. Okay, love you, bye.